From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. When you need a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, durability, simple deck height adjustments, and a professional-grade cut, then you need the Kubota Z400 mower. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 48 months or save $300.
Tractors, trailers, rentals.
You do it all, we do it local.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to remind you that I typically do my more in-depth fire coverage in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning update, also on Coffee with Kruger at 7 a.m. as well. Typically, as I record these, it's going to be old information by the time you're watching it, so I feel as though I'm doing a disservice if I start talking about numbers and percentages and all that good stuff. So throughout the day, if you want to get the latest information about the fires, should any fires start, of course, as you know, we got the shoe fire going on, all you got to do is go to weathernorcal.com, click on the fire danger section, and I've got everything laid out very easily for you to get the acreage of the fire, to get the latest containment numbers, also any evacuation orders or warnings in the area. Everything you need will be right there. So check it out, weathernorcal.com, then click on the fire danger section. Hey, check this out. Last night, really across the nation, there were a lot of reports of people seeing the northern lights, and we certainly did see them here in Northern California. I want to thank Matthew Fuentes for sending in this image. I believe in the Redding area, he just saw it outside his apartment window. Absolutely amazing, and look how gorgeous that was. We have another photo coming in from Brian Houston. This is out in Castle, which is northeastern Shasta County. There you can see, again, some of the beautiful colors here that we do have from the northern lights, once again sent in by Brian Houston. So, what's happened? Well, we saw the forecast last night, and you can see the red line here is the view line right here. Typically, even just to the south of that, you can get 500-600 miles south of that and sometimes see the northern lights. But take a look at tonight's forecast. You see how we're seeing the less red in there? It's shifting more to the north, so not very good chances of us seeing the northern lights here for tonight. So if you didn't see it last night, well, unfortunately, you probably won't see it again tonight here. But if you want to share your photos, whether it's the northern lights or anything else, hey, do that from the free Weather NorCal app. All you got to do is scroll at the very bottom, and you can very easily share your photos through the app. If you don't have it, just search for Weather NorCal on your iPhone or your Android device and download the app for free today. So here's a look at your weather headlines. We've got a cooling trend. This will continue into the weekend with showers tonight into Saturday morning. Dry and warmer, though, for Sunday into early next week. And then temperatures dropping again for the middle and latter part of next week, with maybe even a chance for some showers in the forecast as well. So here's your neighborhood forecast at a quick glance here. I mean, we're finally getting into those fall temperatures, right? Only reaching the low to mid 80s in the valley today. And I do expect 70s and 80s, low 80s for many of the higher elevations in the coast. Low 60s, we'll call it partly cloudy. There's clouds in advance of the next storm system, and that's what's going to pretty much keep those clouds in place. But you can see here the smoke forecast, not as bad as it was yesterday in the valley. It was definitely very smoky, but with more of a northerly wind. The winds coming in from the south, working their way northward. So more of a southerly wind, is what I should say here. That's going to help to push most of that smoke and haze up to the north. So through the afternoon today, I do expect improving conditions here, even for the north end of the valley, but not improving conditions for eastern Siskiyou County and even western portions of Modoc County this afternoon, and most likely even into tonight. The wind's pretty gusty later this afternoon, but that's in advance of the main storm system that is approaching, and that's going to call for gusty south winds here for the valley, southwest winds off to the east, even to central Siskiyou County in Shasta Valley in Siskiyou County there. But there you can see Saturday, those winds do subside a bit, and looks like we have weaker winds going into your Sunday as well. So overall, the winds after today, after this afternoon, should be much calmer. But the humidity levels are also increasing. I mean, you can see here as we go into this afternoon, yes, still very dry, but at least we're going from the single digits and lower teens to now the upper teens here for today. And, you know, as the storm system passes through on Saturday, cooler temperatures giving us much higher relative humidity levels. Don't have to worry about the fire weather risk at that point. Now on Sunday, you can see the humidity levels are dropping right back down again into the teens and lower 20s again for the valley. So we're going to go right back to the dry conditions, but at least not too much terribly warmer out there. So this is the main storm system we got our eyes on. That is going to be moving itself eastward, eventually bringing us some rain here later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. So 6 p.m., still dry. We may just start to see some showers hitting the coast out towards Del Norte, really just the coast in general. May start to see some light showers at this point, but everyone else should be looking at dry conditions. Later tonight at 10 p.m., there's the main line and band of rain. Now look how strong it is. It may not be as strong as you're seeing here, but it's just showing you that we have a nice front that's moving on through. Now, typically what happens with these types of systems is they move over the coastal range, the Marble Mountains, the Trinity Alps, and of course to the south of that. And those mountains tend to break apart the storm, especially if it's not terribly strong. So look what happens. All right, so you see, it still looks pretty impressive. We're still seeing some decent amounts of rainfall in some areas here, but you see how it's not a uniform line now? Now we're starting to see breaks. It's kind of starting to break up at that point. But 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're seeing some of those showers even for the north end of the valley. We go to 5 a.m. on Saturday. Now it's really beginning to not only break up, but we're seeing the intensity of that rain begin to kind of fall apart as well. And this is Saturday. This is tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., but still some of that rain for everyone except for Lassen and Plumas County. But even eventually, even the valley seeing some of those showers early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., it's pushing eastward. Now Lassen County is getting in on some of that. But look what's happening behind it. Just some stray sprinkles and light showers here. Noon on Saturday, 5 p.m. on Saturday, we're starting to see the clouds begin to break up. And overall, things are starting to dry out. By Saturday night, it's completely dry, clearing out with the exception of the coast. Still seeing some of the low clouds and fog as we go into Sunday as well. Rainfall totals, I'm not really happy with these numbers at all. I think it's overdoing it for the valley and maybe even Bernie. I think where we're just kind of pay attention to the colors. So the green and darker greens indicating where you're seeing the heaviest amounts of rainfall. As you get into these blues here, you're seeing less rainfall. So basically, you get less and less rainfall, especially as you head to the east. I mean, you'll notice just not much for Plumas or Lassen counties, but maybe a little bit more to the north out into Modoc County. All right, so here's the bigger picture, longer range forecast model. It dries out Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But we do have an approaching storm system that could impact us on Wednesday, giving us another round of some showers. Of course, cooler temperatures on Wednesday as well. Then we can also see just some cool and unsettled weather for the end of next week. Maybe a weak ridge building in on Friday and Saturday, giving us some slightly warmer temperatures. But this may eventually move through, giving us maybe another shot for some more rain by that next weekend. So again, we're getting more into a fall-like pattern, which it is fall, so that's what we should be looking at. Temperatures are dropping and we're seeing better chances for rain in the forecast. Now here's the long range forecast. This is GFS forecast model, the American forecast model. This is including everything from now until next Friday night at 10 p.m. Now notice we're not seeing as much even to the east. Most of the rain will be off to the north and west, and it might be overdoing it here as well, but again, that's why I'm not too happy with the numbers we have for tonight and into tomorrow morning, because it's showing about 1/4 of an inch for Redding and Chico. And this is including tonight, tomorrow, all the way through next Friday. And we're seeing less than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall for most in the valley. So again, we're seeing some really varied numbers. But really, the amount of rainfall that we typically see really does depend on how strong that storm can hold on as it moves over the coastal range. So something that we have to watch closely. The numbers are going to be all over the place over the next several days and really over the next week. So just know that everyone has the chance for rain. It's just going to be, most of it will be to the west of the valley. So you can see that ridge of high pressure that's been giving us the warmer temperatures. That is scooting off to the south and east. As this colder air moves north of us, that's going to allow our temperatures to drop. But that high pressure builds back in for Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday, and that's going to see another increase in those temperatures, but staying in the 80s for the valley. By the middle of next week, there's a next trough of low pressure. That's the next chance for rain. That's the bigger drop in those temperatures. That's also the case on Thursday. Now you can see as that begins to move out, we have another one sliding to the south and east, but another weak ridge trying to build in by that next weekend. So yeah, fall is settling in, but temperature is kind of going up and down, and also seeing chances for showers in the forecast as well. So for today, we got partly cloudy skies for the most part. I don't know why it says cloudy skies there, but we're just calling for partly cloudy skies there. 86 for Corning, 84 degrees for Chico, 83 for Cottonwood, 76 out in El Turris, and there you can see along the coast here, temperatures in the low to mid 60s. So we look at your 7-day outlook for the valley, and what we're talking about here, temperatures is continuing to drop, but eventually going back up, then back down again for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the north coast, inland and Trinity County. Also looking at temperatures basically staying in the low to mid 60s here for the coast, dropping even more though by next Thursday. But up and down with those temperatures for the inland areas, Trinity County. This is pretty much going to be the case here for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the eastern mountains. We're going to see those temperatures go down as we go into your Saturday, back up Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then really quite a big drop in those temperatures by next Wednesday and Thursday. That's your afternoon update. I'll be back at 6 o'clock this evening for your weekend forecast.
Barr & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Barr & Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.